Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Swami Vivekananda popularized this slogan in the late 19th century, taking inspiration from Kadhopanishad. This message was an exhortation to the world to shake off all hypnosis and sloth. Good morning. On the occasion of National Youth Day, I would like to throw light on the messages conveyed to the youth through the life of Swami Vivekananda. Born as Narendranath Datta into an affluent Bengali family in Kolkata, Vivekananda was one of the 8 children of Vishwanath Datta and Bhuvaneshwari Devi. He was born on 12th January 1863 on the occasion of Makara Sankranti. His father Vishwanath was a successful attorney with a considerable influence in the society. His mother was a woman endowed with a strong, God fearing mind and had a great impact on her son. Swami Vivekananda grew up as the symbol of youth power who hoisted the flag of Indian culture overseas. Those who have known him, read him, and follow him will vouch for the fact that his entire life was an immense source of inspiration. He was a chief disciple of the 19th century Indian mystic Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He was a key figure in the introduction of Indian darshanas, that is, teachings and practices of Vedanta and yoga to the Western world, and is credited with raising interfaith awareness, bringing Hinduism to the status of a world religion during the late 19th century. Swami Vivekananda fostered new enthusiasm for progress among the youth, so much so that the whole country celebrates his birth anniversary as National Youth Day. A very practical man, Swami Vivekananda believed that the service to mankind should be selfless, as service to mankind was service to God. He worked tirelessly towards betterment of the society in servitude of the poor and needy, dedicating his all for his country. He was responsible for the revival of Hindu spirituality and established Hinduism as a revered religion on the world stage. He has inspired countless generations of Indians since he made his famous speech on 11 September 1893 in Chicago at the Parliament of World Religions. On this day, Vivekananda gave a brief speech representing India and Hinduism. He was initially nervous, bowed to Saraswati, the Hindu goddess of learning, and began his speech. Sisters and brothers of America. At these words, Vivekananda received a 2-minute standing ovation from the crowd of 7,000. According to Shailendranath Dhar, when silence was restored, he began his address greeting the youngest of the nations on behalf of the most ancient order of monks in the world, the Vedic order of sannyasis, a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. American newspapers reported Vivekananda as the greatest figure in the Parliament of Religions and the most popular and influential man in the Parliament. While in the West, Vivekananda spoke about India's great spiritual heritage. In India, he repeatedly addressed the social issues, uplifting the people, eliminating the caste system, promoting science and industrialization, addressing widespread poverty, and ending the British colonial rule. He credited with making the Western countries realize that India was not a country of illiterates. With his light of wisdom, he proved that India was actually a world guru. He revealed to the Western world the spiritual aspects of Indian civilization. Before the propagation of Hinduism in the Western countries, he toured from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from Bengal to Punjab because he used to say that unless I myself see the people of my country, how would I tell the world about them? On 1st May 1897 in Calcutta, Vivekananda founded Ramakrishna Mission for Social Service. Its ideals are based on Karma Yoga. Given the current state of our country, his teachings are most relevant today. While our country witnessed immense progress after independence and became self reliant in many areas, we are still divided in the name of caste and religion. The youth of the country seems lost. Swami Vivekananda had sent a message from Osaka, Japan to the youth of the country, let's be human. He also dwelt on the capabilities of the youth. He wanted the youth to train itself in order to serve the humanity. What he wanted from the youth were muscles of iron and nerves of steel. Today, the youth are exceptionally responsive and they just need to be encouraged. Swami Vivekananda was only the medium. He is himself the message as well for the youth of India. His teachings will always stay relevant. I hope the youth of today would get inspired from the life of Swami Vivekananda and live a life worth living. Jai Hind.